All right. If you clicked on this video and you're American, I have some bad news to tell you, or good, depending on your circumstances. You are not normal. You have never been normal since birth, and you will continue to be abnormal until your last dying breaths. Most, if not all, people are average. Lucky to be blessed with a functioning brain, all necessary appendages, sight, smell, touch, hearing, and taste, and live long enough to become aware of the existence we find ourselves in, which we dub the norm, the authoritative standard, the principle of right action, our society, binding upon the members of a group, we the people, and serving to guide, control, or regulate proper and acceptable behavior. This lifestyle and current. Proper and acceptable behavior that has been established several generations before your existence came to be, governed and written in as law, passed down word of mouth, and readily fixated and instilled into day-to-day life until the point it evolves and becomes the new normal. You're born. You go to school, K through 12, and graduate high school. You seek higher education or you seek a job. You continue your schooling and join 1 in 6 adults that share in the over $1 trillion of student loan debt hanging over your heads. You get a job and devote the next 42 years to your career and your craft, retiring fully at age 67, the new age set by the U.S.'s Social Security Administration as of this year. Then finally enjoying the rest of your life to age 76.5 on average for men and age 81.4 for women living in America. This, however, is a very broad lifestyle or trend the average American will experience in their life. And it doesn't take into account your race, heritage, where you were born, rich grandparents, poor grandparents, spirituality, gender identity, moral compass, and a near endless amount of hurdles and hoops that could shift your life completely in certain directions seemingly out of your own control, or speed your race to the finish line, resulting in an early grave. All while trying to achieve your own personal dreams, desires, discover who it is you truly are, and maintain some sort of sanity in the world today as prices increase steadily, your wages stay stagnant, and the world slowly but surely crumbles apart as greed and envy fuel the rich and the wicked to do nefarious things for their own personal dreams and desires. The need for self-preservation and maintaining the status quo are what will inevitably burn our only home to ashes, leaving nothing but the animals, if we have not poached them all, to take back the wilderness of Mother Earth. I guess what I'm trying to say is, life is hard, but it doesn't have to be. This modernized Sodom and Gomorrah we find ourselves in. Everything costs. You cannot get without giving something up. You cannot eat if you are able-bodied and do not work. If you are ill and need time off, you may or may not have a job depending on how long you've been gone. You cannot walk to your job. You need transportation. You need shelter. You need to survive. And that is exactly how the system has been designed to function. Survival of the fittest. It's all about power and control. Who rules over who? Who has the final say in what? Everyone is seeking it, out of necessity for freedom or out of a desire to rule over others. The power dynamics are always shifting and bending, and the richer you get and the higher you climb, or are allowed to climb, up the economic ladder, you will find there is always a bigger fish, a fatter fish. A fish willing and able to do what you would not do, to eat, to devour, to consume and grow and hoard heaps upon heaps of material possessions to the point their own ego inflates to convince them that they are like a god among men, that they themselves are God, and have the right to control and manipulate the poor people struggling to survive and throw them into the grinder. Hypocrites. Why should my employees be allowed time off? Why should they be able to afford good health care? They should be grateful that they even have a job. They should be grateful they must work 12 hours a day to make rent, and they are lucky they have 30 minutes to eat, and even luckier that I pay for it. There's been a slow but steady shift to kill the human worker, to replace them with something that doesn't need breaks, that won't complain, that is always readily available and can fulfill the consumer's demand because it has been programmed and trained to know the habits of the consumer. They know we scrape by and complain about the systems they built for us. They know we will continue to buy the half-baked slop they shell out. They know if they continue to distract us, to work us to death, to leave us physically and mentally exhausted, we won't have the energy to fight. They have seen the influx of people waking up to the bullshit on their plate, and they fear the end of the norm. I can sympathize with Gen Z as they are the current guinea pigs in a system they, more than millennials, are realizing is impossible to survive in. And if you think Gen Alpha is going to have the brain power and retention skills necessary to dismantle anything but a Lego set, then you've got a lot of faith. Your normal day-to-day is on the verge of expiring. Most, if not all, of the remaining boomers have solidified it and passed it to Gen X, and the millennials don't want society to change because everyone knows change is scary. It's unpredictable. Why change the fucked up system that's been working forever now? Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, put your head down, and clock in. This norm won't last forever. Nothing was built to, and that's okay. We all have a choice. We all have the free will to decide what is right, what is wrong. And it is written in the foundations of our nations that we, the people, hold the power to overrule, overthrow, and dismantle the powers that be if they do not provide a stable ecosystem we can survive in or agree with. Don't sit by and cope with the things you have the power to change. Complaining without action is normal, but the time to start doing should be the new norm.